Hi children, good morning to you all. Hope you all are safe at your home, following all the things given by the guidelines given by the government and your parents. The one thing that is disappointing me about this 8th grade class is that your response. Only very few children are giving the response. You know, I have made a question paper in Google Forms and I have taken a test also. Only 7 children have given the test. Nearly 34 children are there in the class. Out of that, only 7 children have attempted the test. It's very disappointing, children. You know how much pain I am taking for making this. Really, I took 3 or 4 hours for making this question paper. And everything is new for us, online teaching and everything. We are doing our best to give you the best. But you people are not utilizing it in a proper way. Whatever may happen, better studies remains the same. You have to study. So this test is going to be considered as your internal assessment also. If you are not giving the test, your internal assessment marks would be deducted. So henceforth, whatever test I am giving, you have to take the test very seriously and give it. And one time date sheet has been given for chemistry, and for that test the syllabus is the whole this chapter is going to come. So learn this. Okay, now we are going to see the next part of the topic, that is characteristics of synthetic fiber. We have seen many types of synthetic fibers like nylon, rayon, acrylic, polythene, so many fibers we have seen. Now we are going to see the general characteristics of synthetic fibers. You all know all the synthetic fibers are durable. Second one, cheap, easily available. And they are you get it in many colors, colorful, and these are the qualities which makes the synthetic fiber unique. They are unique because of these qualities: durable, cheap, easily available, colorful. Even you can say that they are maintenance is easy. Easy to maintenance. Maintenance is easy. And they dry up quickly. Dry up quickly. Because of all these things, they are having its multiple uses. These are the general characteristics of synthetic fiber. So, because of this drying up quickly, you would have seen that they are used in rainy days. We wear synthetic clothes during rainy days. For example, you can take 2 pieces of same length of cloth. One is made from natural fiber, it may be a cotton cloth. Another one is synthetic fiber. You take 2 pieces of same length of the cloth and take equal amounts of water in 2 mugs and dip both these clothes each in each mug. And after half an hour, you dry it out under the sun. Which one dries up quickly? The synthetic fiber dries up quickly. And which one, if you see the amount of water absorbed by synthetic fiber and the natural one, the synthetic fiber would have absorbed less amount of water. So that is why they are used in rainy days. So these are the general characteristics. Accordingly, you have to use wherever it is necessary. Okay children, that's all about this synthetic fibers. Now next one what we are going to see is plastics. Now the next topic for you is plastics. You could not even imagine a life without plastics. Just you sit and look around. You may see so many objects made from plastics. Now the life is extremely difficult without using the plastics things. Why the plastic is having this much use in our day-to-day life means because of these reasons. Plastics can be recycled, and second, they can be reused. Once if you are taking a plastic, it can be reused. After using, if you don't want it to be used again, you can give it for recycling also. Next one, melted. It can be melted. See, while recycling, plastics are melted. Once if they are melted, they are given different shapes and colored. They can be given different colors also. They can be colored. If you are using a plastic article which is made up of red color, if you don't like red color, you can give it for recycling. During recycling, you can melt it and make it in a different color, whichever is your choice. Then it can be rolled into sheets. Rolled into sheets. Example, you would have covered your copies with plastic sheets. This is that's why plastic, that is called rolled into sheets. Next one, they can be made to make wires. They can be made into wires. These are the reasons why plastics are having multiple use in our day-to-day life. So now coming to the next thing, and plastics, why there are two types of plastics. All the plastics cannot be melted. Only few plastics can be melted and recycled. So there are two types of plastics depending upon its nature. First one is thermoplastic. Thermoplastic. Second one is thermosetting plastic. Thermoplastic and thermosetting plastics. What is thermoplastic means? These plastics, once if you use, you can reuse it. How means when you heat this thermoplastic, it becomes soft and you can deform it any other shape and again you can use it. When you come to thermosetting plastics, once the plastic is heated, it becomes soft, and after that once its shape is formed, after that you cannot change its shape. It is forever, it would be in that shape only. By heating you cannot deframe its shape. The best example for thermoplastic is that when you fill water in the water bottle. For example, you are reusing this Fanta bottle or Miranda bottle for filling water. When you pour hot water into that bottle, its shape changes. They are made up of thermoplastics. Thermosetting plastics, you would have seen the switchboard. Once if the switchboard is broken, you cannot reuse it. They are the examples for thermoplastics. Thermosetting plastics. Now, why this plastic is like this and why that plastic is like this means it is due to the arrangement of particles. I know, I already told you that plastic, synthetic fibers, all are made from polymers. Polymers means one single unit, that is monomer, is repeated continuously. In thermoplastics, the monomers are connected like this. For example, this is one monomer, it is connected with another monomer, it's connected with another monomer, it is connected with another monomer. This is the arrangement of the monomers in the polymer. Thermosetting is made up of a polymer. In that you can see the linear arrangement of polymers, right? Thermoplastic, you can see the arrangement of polymer in a linear way. Linear means in a straight chain. But here in thermosetting, This is a monomer. It is connected to another monomer, another monomer, another monomer. Here this is another monomer connected like this. This is connected like this. This is connected like this. Here this is connected to this and this. It is like this. Cross link. You can see it is cross link. Like this. So when you heat it, they slide. Here the heating is not possible. Because of this cross link, they do not melt. That is why heating here is not possible. You cannot change their shapes. But here, while heating, they slide on each other and their shapes can be changed. So this is the basic difference between the thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. What is thermoplastic? The plastics that can be remolded on heating. When you heat it, it becomes soft and you can give any shape to this plastic and it can be used again and again by changing their shape is called as thermoplastic. Thermosetting plastic means once if the shape is formed, you cannot change its shape. Such plastics are called as thermosetting plastics. Why there is the difference in this means it arises due to the arrangement of polymers. Here you are having a linear type of polymer. Here you are having a polymer that is cross-linked polymer. What is it called? Cross-link. In this cross-link, when you heat it, they cannot slide because they are linked with each other. They cannot slide. That is why you cannot change their shape. Here they can slide and so you can change their shape. Have I made it clear to everyone?